Good morning, historians. Welcome back to another documenting history,
another reason to be
a daily time capsule. We're recording history for future generations, folks.
keep your brain more youthful. This is a diet.
We're on our way to work. If you're new here, you are welcomed into the Historical Society community. If you're a subscriber, let me know in the comments below. If you're a subscriber, you are an official documenting history historian.
Section. In fact, it could save your life.
Researchers, including University of Taiwan medical student Zuhan Chen, have found that belly fat, or belly weight, is a stronger indicator of a person's future cardiovascular risk than body mass index, or BMI.
It is not just how much fat you have, but where the fat is stored.
The belly weight research was presented at an American Heart Association meeting in Boston.
That's Jim Crisula. A new study has found that listeria that is an even greater risk to pregnant women than we previously thought. It causes stillbirths in a quarter of the pregnant women it infects. Study author and Michigan State University professor Jade Mitchell.
Pregnant women are more susceptible to listeriosis infection themselves, but it's more dangerous for their babies because it can result in a number of complications, including stillbirth.
Listeria is found mostly in soil, water, sewage, rotting vegetation, and animals. This research is published by the Society for Risk Analysis. Okay, BTS fans.
All right, we got some glare.
On the same day they released their new album, Friday, fans can also check out BTS pop-up stores across New York and New Jersey.
On this road here, Broadway, someone got struck by a vehicle a few years ago. The crossing guard, I think, was the one that got struck by a vehicle. The driver couldn't see the crossing guard because of the glare.
Saturday and Sunday, the album titled Ari Rung is the band's 5th studio album. It includes 14 new tracks. Now this message, Dime, we've got your bank, equal housing lender.
We're documenting history for future generations, folks. I understand this is not the most compelling, fascinating, entertaining, exciting video. Ow, ow, ow. But I do believe it's important to document our local history.
Members in doctor's offices when requested.
And if you're a subscriber, you're an official historian to the channel.
We show up.
You are my fellow historians as we journey through time and documenting it on an almost daily basis. I usually make a video when I commute to work, which is what I am doing right now. I am commuting to work because I'm making the bacon along with the missus.
Right now for $6, get a big breakfast with hotcakes complete with a biscuit, sausage, scrambled eggs, and hash browns. Order McDelivery.
I like to record the commercials too, even though sometimes, like now, I'm talking over the commercials.
Your city, your station, in your pocket.
All right, 7:20 headlines.
Download the free Odyssey app.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good morning. It's only 26 degrees at 7:20.
Woo, cold.
March 18th, I'm Susan Richard. Here's what's happening. Rescuers trying to keep things organized in Sussex County, New Jersey.
Everyone wants to help, but the more people that are there, it's almost overwhelming.
Yeah, this is where somebody dumped dozens of dogs in at least 3 towns. Cops
Oh, no.
a man who stabbed a woman in a random attack in Elmhurst. The MTA suing the Trump Transportation Department again, this time over money for the 2nd Avenue subway. Gas prices jumped to their highest level in 3 years. And the latest online challenge? Boredom. We'll explain. In sports, Venezuela over Team USA at the World Baseball Classic. Knicks and Islanders both won. AccuWeather, sun and clouds today, less windy but still pretty cold. The high temp only 38 degrees. Wins News Time 7:21. Let's head back to Andre Farrow and get you where you need to go.
Let's start on Long Island. Here's what we see on Long Island's Big Three. Slow on the westbound Southern from 110 in Amityville all the way towards Peninsula Boulevard. Eastbound Southern slow by Eagle Avenue. Westbound LIE tapping the brakes by the Seaford Oyster Bay and again by the Queens border. Westbound Northern State Parkway slow from New Hyde Park Road into the Grand Central Parkway. And the northbound side of the Meadowbrook, you're heavy heading up towards Old Country Road. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. At least 15 minutes in at the George Washington Bridge from the Turnpike. Eastbound 46 has been a rough go of it. It remains that way. Earlier truck fire and now just volume heading up towards Main Street. You do have about a 30-minute delay at the inbound if you're going to use the Palisades ramp to come into the inbound George Washington Bridge. Now you're looking at 45 minutes at least the inbound Lincoln, with delays that go back to the Eastern Spur. The Hollow's been the worst of the bunch. Not only slow on the Newark Bay extension, but inbound Pulaski, but Route 9 from Newark Airport up to Raymond Boulevard is also bumper to bumper. Heavy delays on the eastbound Staten Island Expressway from Victory all the way into Brooklyn, and then the inbound Gowanus takes over from there, heading up towards 60th Street. Andre Ferro, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM.
At MJHS Menorah in Brooklyn, enjoy ocean views, expert care, and a commitment to your well-being. Learn more at mjhsmenorah.org. That's mjhsmenorah.org.
No word yet who did this, but both first responders and Good Samaritans have been teaming up to rescue dozens of dogs that somebody went and dumped across several towns in Sussex County, New Jersey. Cops got calls in Stillwater, Lafayette, and Wantage Township Monday night. Witnesses say at least some of the dogs have been tossed from a car. Jeanette Campbell, founder of Hound Hunters, spoke to ABC7.
Everyone's looking at their properties. If they see them, they're taking them in. We got one this morning just up the road here. He was hiding behind their grill, and their dog alerted them to it. They came out, they got him right away, got him inside.
And while a lot of people want to help, Hound Hunters volunteer Meg O'Grady says you don't want to spook these animals.
Chasing them is only going to push them further away, so we would want to trap them is the best way to do it, or at least know the general area that they're in and try to keep them in that area.
Local police, fire, and animal control are all on the case. Anyone with information on who did this is asked to call Sussex County Crime Stoppers. The number is 973-300-CRIME. A woman lucky to be alive after being stabbed multiple times in a random attack in Queens. This was some guy in a mask who went after the 30-year-old on 94th Street and 23rd Avenue in Elmhurst at around 6:20 yesterday morning. The guy apparently said nothing and just stabbed her. The victim's young son saw the whole thing and later spoke to ABC7.
He crossed and he started following her, and at that time she went like that. First she went like this and then she went like that. He started stabbing her and then she started screaming and crying.
The woman is in the hospital. She is expected to recover. Cops recovered the knife at the scene, but so far no arrest. Yet another of the many 9/11 first responders has died from cancer linked to her service at Ground Zero.
Cameron Hill's Police Academy class, the first ever to be activated for duty prior to graduation. She was ordered to get to Ground Zero right away.
Her emotions were from, oh my gosh, I can't believe, this is happening, to, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening. It was such sadness.
Her daughter, Quadina, was just 15 at the time, and she tells 1010 Wins her mom spent the first 2 weeks of the recovery effort sleeping at the police academy nearby. Fast forward to an NYPD career at several precincts in Queens, then a terrible 10-year battle with cancer.
She felt like she gave her life to something that was very important, and she told me she would do it all over again.
Retired Officer Karen Hill was just 58 years old. Funeral services today in Suffolk County. Glenn Shuck, 1010 Wins, 92.3 FM.
Scary scene yesterday in the city.
Clouds of thick, roiling smoke darkening midtown Manhattan. Firefighters obscured by the blackened haze. The HVAC system ignited atop a 28-story building at 43rd Street and 5th Avenue just before 10 a.m. As firefighters, police officers, and other marchers were staging nearby for the annual St. Patrick's Day parade. It took dozens of firefighters to extinguish the fire, finally dousing the last of the flames after an hour and a half.
It was a wind-driven event. Units took about 140 fire and EMS personnel to be on scene to take care of the situation.
The building was vacant save for the construction workers, turning it from office space into residential apartments. Aaron Katursky, ABC News for 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Now Bloomberg Money Watch, sponsored by Brooklyn Solar Works, and here's Courtney Donahoe.
Susan, Lululemon is forecasting a second straight year of profit declines. The company has recently been facing backlash for poor quality clothing that's been a little too sheer, and sales have been hit by increasing competition from newer brands such as Alo Yoga. Lululemon says it's increasing new product launches and enhancing the in-store experience. Stock futures are seeing a third day of gains, even with the price of global oil stuck above $100 a barrel and little progress in the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz. S&P futures futures, they're up 27 points. Dow futures rising 200. I'm Courtney Donahoe, Bloomberg Money Watch on 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM.
Hey, New York City, summer is coming.
All right, we're now on Route 80 East. Many of you who have followed this channel for years know where we are. Especially, you know my commute as we go to work. I have been at my job now. Next year will be 20 years. I do like my job. Most people don't like their jobs, but I like my job. It's challenging. It's a new day every day. You never know what you're going to get into. It's Monday through Friday days, no weekends. We get all the holidays off. Having been there so long, I get about a month to 5 weeks of PTO, time off. I'm doing this channel. It's not a monetized channel. I don't make any money here. I just want to document our history for future generations so people can look back on a random day and just kind of get a snippet, a real-time snippet of what was going on that day. And while they're watching the video and listening to the snippet, they're looking around and seeing the styles, the car designs of this era, the buildings, the communities, everything in real time. So it's like you're in a time capsule, driving in a car as the person that recorded this video, aka me, drives to work. No, this is not a DeLorean. You're not in a DeLorean.
When I need it, it's there.
And we're about to get the 7:30 headline news. For historical purposes, I call out the gas prices. It's $3.63 cash, $3.69 credit, $4.63 Supreme cash, and $4.69 Supreme credit. As there's construction here on River Road or River Drive.
800-318-8888. Spectre and Associates has recovered hundreds of millions for the injured. Been in an accident? Visit crashinjury.com or call 800-318-8888. The lawyers at Spectre and Associates serious injury attorneys fight hard. Win.
One more minute to the 7:30 headline.
318-8888. That's 800-318.
See, you never thought you'd get stuck in traffic with me, did you?
Spectre and Associates.
All right, we're moving.
License in the tri-state, Connecticut, and Pennsylvania.
B1 of New York.
All right, here we go. Just in time.
Or donate to Animal Care Centers of New York at nycacc.org. Sunny skies. It is cold right now.
It is. It's 25 on my watch, it says.
High of only 38. When's news time? 7:30.
On a very good Wednesday morning, I'm Scott Stanford. The MTA has gone to court again to sue the Trump administration, this time over the freezing of funds for the 2nd Avenue subway extension.
Before she marched in the parade, Governor Hochul's Irish was up. Irish like to fight.
You're right.
I have to fight. You trample on our rights. You try to kill a project that people of East Harlem have been waiting for 40 years. At the same time, MTA Chairman Jano Lieber testified during a city council budget hearing.
We're on the verge of awarding a roughly $1 billion contract for excavation on 2nd Avenue, and we need to know that the federal money is available.
In a statement, the U.S. Department of Transportation said it is committed to ensuring hardworking taxpayer dollars are being spent responsibly. Marla Diamond, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Wins News Time, 7:31. We're going to get you where you need to go on a Hump Day Wednesday. How we looking, Andre Farrell? Well, we have a brutal ride on the northbound FDR in Manhattan with a disabled vehicle right around 79th Street and delays to go all the way back to 23rd Street. If you could use the West Side Highway or the local avenues, that would be the USPS Ground Advantage reliable route. Now, if you're using the inbound George Washington Bridge, 45 minutes. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. Yeah, 45 minutes from the Turnpike. Eastbound 46 is not good. It's been tough because we had an earlier truck fire. Now, if you're traveling on the southbound Palisades, it's going to be about 25 minutes heading inbound from the Palisades ramp. Well over 45 minutes of the inbound Lincoln, 55 minutes of the inbound Holland. Not only the Pulaski Skyway all backed up, but Route 1 and 9 heading up towards Raymond Boulevard from Newark Airport, not good. Eastbound Staten Island Expressway, bumper to bumper from Victory all the way into Brooklyn, and the inbound Gowanus takes over from there. Belt Parkway delays. We have those westbound approaching Flatbush Avenue. Heavy in Queens on the east and westbound LIE between the Woodhaven Boulevard vicinity and the Clearview. Grand Central Parkway is super slow, passing Cunningham Park and westbound over by 188th Street. You're going to need a lot of time there. Go with the southbound Clearview over the southbound Cross Island parking lot. You'll do a lot better if you're traveling in that area of Queens. Traffic sponsored by Paramus Chevrolet. Andre Farrow, 1010 Wins.
All right, guys, thank you so much for listening, watching, and joining me on my commute to work. We'll see you on the next episode of Documenting History.